Hello guys, good evening and welcome to the League of Europe for round number 13 here at the Italian Grand Prix. Good old Monza, and we are here with the lads of Division 4. Looking forward to a good race, just waiting for the go ahead to start readying up. We are just a little bit late right now, so I thought I'd take this time to take you through the standings. And right now the man in the lead of the Drivers' Championship for D4 is Jasper in the Haas on a 179 points to his name. In second place, the Red Bull Ryan, overtaking Raj, who has had to retire from the league for the rest of the season. I believe he's retired for the rest of the season, I'm not sure. He's still tagged under Renault, but he has just overtaken Raj for second place with 134 points, 45 points behind Jasper. And then of course we got Raj then on 130. In fourth place, Don Steering Wheel with 116 points after a pretty disappointing Belgian Grand Prix last time out, so he'll be looking to come back strong here today. In fifth place, we have the other Red Bull of Kieran, who is sitting on 107 points. Really closed up a bit with that impressive fourth place finish last time out. And then Ryan B in sixth place with 105 points. So it's all pretty close for fourth place right now. And what will effectively be third place once they overtake Raj's points haul. In seventh place we have Jeron on 97 points. Now he has only competed in, well, he's only been competing since France, so he's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races, and he is 3 points shy of triple figures, and I think that is incredibly impressive from the man in the Mercedes. And I mean, he could be a shout for someone who could catch up to Jasper. He's shown that he has got the pace to win races. He has 2 race wins to his name right now. Meanwhile, the guy in second, Ryan, with a few second places, but he's still looking for that elusive win. Will today be that day? And then in 8th we have Dave Javu on 88 points, not too far off, so we'll see how Dave goes. Then there is a bit of a gap, a 28 point gap drop then to Smitsky in 9th, and then rounding up the top 10 in the Drivers' Championship is Ghost Recon on 55 points. And then behind him, Frosty Calvin in the Renault on 37 points, 2 points ahead of Alt Maverick on 35 points. On 31 points we have Slayer, and then in 14th place with 17 points we have ST5, who is tied right now with the man in the other Toro Rosso, Jordan, so we'll see how they go. And then we got Cloudy in 16th place with 15 points to his name. And then we got the reserve of Car Cannon with that impressive podium finish last time out, and he almost had the win. He almost did. The changeable conditions at the end really done him over. But he is currently ahead of LFC, who is on 13 points, then 9 points for Sven, 8 points for Dale. Palmer in 21st with 4 points to his name, along with 2 others being Ibo and Frey, and then Craigie, Jav and the Bread Bank with no points to the name right now. Red Bull in the Constructors have a commanding lead of 47 points ahead of the nearest rivals being Haas F1. McLaren sitting in 3rd, just 1 point behind Haas, so it is very tight for second place. And then Ferrari sitting in 4th but 176 points, 167 points for the Renault team. And then we got the Mercedes with 86 points to their tally. Now 59 points we have the Williams team. Toro Rosso on 41. 36 points for the Alfa Romeos. And then 21 points for the Racing Points in last place. So it looks like it's going to be a completely dry qualifying session, and this is where we're going to see the true pace of everyone here. So we'll see what happens, as my volume was turned all the way up, and you don't like it when you hear your own voice back. It's not the one. But 18 guys in the lobby today. Not sure where we are missing the other two, but hopefully they join during qualifying so we can make it a full grid for the race start. As I look to the chat now, as we got SF Cores, greetings from Formula Talks on Insta. Greetings to you, mate. How are you doing? And we got Mir Ryan saying the boyo. Now there is a bit of a bet on if Mir Ryan does get his first win today, I do have to call him the boyo. So if he does win, be prepared for the boyo to come out. As we got Java in the chat as well. Hello, mate. How are you doing? And we got Tom in the chat as well, showing support for Jasper, the championship leader. So, he's showing his support for the man top in the championship right now. Then we got Frankie in the chat saying hello. How are you doing, mate? And Ibo in the chat saying hello. And asking how close am I to the 100 points. Must be close. I have no idea, Ibo. As we got Larkin in the chat wishing everyone good luck as well. And I'm sure everyone will be thankful for the luck being given, as this track can be very unforgiving. So the man who is going to be starting his flying lap first is going to be Alt Maverick, so we'll stay on board with him as he's got DRS wide open on the rundown into turn 1, braking just about 120 meters out, clipping the apex of turn 1. A little bit awkwardly set up for turn 2, but he does make it through there as we come around this long right hander where we could see a couple of slipstreaming opportunities made as we come into the second chicane, and Maverick does well there to navigate those corners. Then into the Lesmos as we go through Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. I don't know their exact names, but I do know it's two Lesmos, so we'll go Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2 as he got DRS wide open on the run down to one of the most infamous corners on the F1 calendar, being Ascari. Very tricky on the pad. I can confirm that if you're on pad you might find it a bit tricky, but it looks right now that Alt Maverick on his run down into Parabolica is being caught by the man right behind him, the Red Bull of Mir Ryan. So this could be a good lap there from Mir Ryan as Alt Maverick says provisional, but immediately gets beat by Mir Ryan, and Kieran stops into second place there as Sven pips Alt Maverick there by 9/10 of a second. And I think that is all down to the tyre compounds, as Jerome actually with a 20.8 on the mediums. A good lap there from the man in the Mercedes. As Don steering wheel. That is very close between Don steering wheel and Kieran. That is 0.008 of a second between them. That is what we like to see. Very close times between these guys. As we're getting the first load of lap times in, so we'll see where everyone has placed themselves on their first run. And We got Smitsky now coming into Parabolica, looking for a good exit. Is this going to be a good lap from the man in the Ferrari? He crosses the line. He goes second with a 20.2. A good lap there from Smitsky. So it is a checkerboard right now of Red Bull and Ferrari. And that's a tasty combination. I think we're looking forward to seeing that in the real life F1, Ferrari and Red Bull being a lot closer to each other, but we shall see how it transpires as we go through the rest of this qualifying session. We got people coming in. Oh, as Cloudy Car, I just went on board with him and he has lost it in Ascari. I did mention that it can be a tricky corner. Ascari is one of those corners where you do have to be careful. You don't want to really take liberties with that corner. It's not one you really want to take liberties with. So Cloud is out of the session for the rest of qualifying, as we just saw Dale again a little bit out of shape on the exit of the first chicane, as he is on the run now to the second chicane. A bit of traffic up ahead, but he has gone purple in sector 1, so it's a good first sector so far from Dale, even with that small error. He runs a bit wide again into the Lesmos, but he's kept it together, he's kept it on track. Now we'll see what is going to happen when he gets to the second sector split. He does have traffic ahead. He's going to want to hope that they move out of the way ASAP, and he has an Alfa Romeo in front of him, and I think that has just completely put him off. And yeah, he's out, he's backed out of it, and that was Slayer. I'm not sure Slayer knew that Dale was on a lap, but yeah, you got a feel for the man in the racing point. As Dale, in a bit of anger there, overtaking both the Ferrari and the Alfa Romeo into the pits. We're looking at Ryan B right now as he comes through Parabolica to set his first lap time. What's it gonna be? It's a 21.2 from the man in the McLaren. As we are on board right now with the championship leader, who hasn't set a lap time yet, but he is on the run down into Ascari. He has gone purple in sector 2, so this could be a very tasty lap here from the man in the Haas. So he runs very wide on exit there and is very lucky to not be invalidated there, as he is coming down into Parabolica, keeping it quite tight, looking for the best exit onto the main straight. And what's this going to be? It's a 20.2, so he does break the Ferrari Red Bull checkerboard at the top. Although I will be interested in seeing what this man will do on the softs. He's on a 20.8 on the mediums. I gotta think that he's definitely getting into the 19s. We might have a good battle between him and Mir Ryan. Mir Ryan right now comfortably in provisional pole by 0.7 of a second. As Mir Ryan runs out incredibly wide, runs out of ERS, but he does improve by 0.5. A 19.4. Is Mir Ryan the man to beat here today? It does look that way. Apologies guys, I just had to mute my mic 2 seconds. We're waiting to see what this man in the Mercedes is going to do. We'll go back on broadcast cam for this one, and we'll stay on board for the entire lap, because I have a feeling that he could challenge Mir Ryan here for that pole position. So we're going to stay on board and see what he does as his banger on the softs pretty much. As we have a prediction here from Jav, and it's a wild prediction. It's definitely a wild one. He's predicting Duron to win, and both Ryan and Jasper to bin it in the Scary. It's a bold call. It's a bold call, Jav. We're waiting to see what the second sector split is, and it is purple in sector 2. He is up by half a second. It's not enough to threaten Mir Ryan's time, but he's shown that he can be quick in sector 2. If he can string up the first sector and this final sector, he could be within a good shout. A Slayer with a 20 flat. Good lap there from Slayer, and Duron 2/10 off Mir Ryan's time. So I did say that we have a battle for pole position between the Mercedes and the Red Bull, and that is the way it is looking. These two guys are, in my opinion, the two guys I think have the best chance of catching up to this man sitting in 5th at the moment, the championship leader being Jasper. But we can't count out the likes of Don Steering Wheel, who has shown great pace this season. Was level on points with Ryan at Belgium, but unfortunately he did DNF, and it's meant now he's under pressure from Kieran and Ryan B in the championship standings, and Duron himself, who is really climbing up the order. So just under 6 minutes left in qualifying. Right now only two guys in the 19s, Mir Ryan and Duron, with two very impressive lap times. And we'll see if Duron's going to go for another lap here, or is he going to box and come into the pits. It looks like he is going to box. If Ibo gets a podium, I might cry. If Ibo does get a podium, I will cry. I think that is confirmed. So Dale is on a flying lap. He is looking to get a time on the board, and he's really under pressure to do it. Just under 5 minutes left in the session, so the racing point is really under pressure here. He does a 26.3 in the first sector. Not bad though. I think he could improve on it if he can get a second run in. As he comes through the Lesmos, getting ready, doing our best exit possible, open DRS, and now he's on the run down. All he's got to do now is think about Ascari. Braking at the 100-meter board. Getting on the curb a little bit, but he's still going. Meanwhile, I did just notice behind Mir Ryan getting a bit of a toe off the Toro Rosso as Dale comes to the line. It's a 21.6. Oh, sorry, that was Kieran. Kieran's on his outlap, okay. So we'll stay on board with Mir Ryan, who has invalidated his lap time. Not what he would have wanted to do here. And we'll go on board with his teammate right now instead. May Kieran. As Kieran does go purple in sector 1 there. I did see that flash up, so this could be a good lap here from the Red Bull. Red Bulls could be looking for a big point haul here. See, exits the Lesmo, opens DRS, and is now on the run down to Ascari. There's a purple sector 2 as well. Yes, a decent exit out of Ascari on the run down now into Parabolica. As he comes through Parabolica looking for the best exit. Where's this going to put Kieran? It's a 19.6. He just gets ahead of Jerome by half a tenth, 500ths of a second. A good lap there. It is a Red Bull 1-2 right now. And Alt Maverick has joined Kieran, Ryan and Jerome in the 19s. It's going to turn my attention to chat as Tom has asked why is Kieran's name May Ryan. I wish I had a good answer for you, but basically it's kind of like solidarity, you know, between the Red Bull drivers. As Jordan has retired from the session, so there'll be no improvements from the man in the Toro Rosso. But what about the man in the Renault? He is up by 3 tenths. A purple sector 2. These sector 2 purples are coming in thick and fast, and looks like he is going to get a little bit of long distance slipstream from the Alfa Romeo ahead. And what's this going to be for Calvin? It's a 19.7, chucks him up into 4th place. As May Ryan has just started his final flying lap, and Jerome might be under pressure here because he's got 20 seconds to make it to the line. Is he going to be able to do it? We'll stay on board just to make sure. Parabolica, I think he's going to run out of time. Yeah, he's run out of time. So no improvement there from the man in the Mercedes. But what can this man do? He is on provisional pole. He does have 3 tenths in the bag from Calvin, the only other man who could be within a shout here. Slayer could also be in a shout, so we'll see as he comes through Ascari. As we got a car that is off, and I think that might have just compromised Ryan's lap time, and same with Calvin as well. It looks like that was Slayer, as we got the Ferraris giving each other a bit of slipstream. So it looks like Smitsky has done the favours for Don Steering Wheel here. Or has he? No, they've both backed out. Ryan B has... oh, he's invalidated it. I think that is the grid. Yep, I believe that is the grid. Don Steering Wheel is not on a lap. Smitsky's not on a lap. Ryan B has invalidated. So the man on pole position is this man in the Red Bull, May Ryan, and it is a Red Bull front row lockout with Kieran, his teammate, alongside him. And I think I speak for everyone when I say meh on the front row. Meh. It's a meh. It's a running gag between me, Ryan, and Kieran due to their names, but massive congratulations to Red Bull for the front row lockout. Drawn in third, and more importantly, the championship leader Jasper all the way down in 9th place. So, is this going to be Ryan's first win in LOE? Is Jerron going to pick up the win and continue on his fine form? Is Kieran going to get another win to his name? Well, only time will tell, as Mir Ryan puts it on pole with a 19.4, with Kieran, his teammate, right alongside him with a 19.6. 500ths of a second ahead of Jerron in third. And then we got Calvin in fourth, Alt Maverick in fifth, Slayer in sixth, Smitsky in seventh, Ryan B in eighth, Jasper in ninth, Don Steering Wheel rounding out the top 10, then 11th for Free Choice of Tyre Compound. We have Sven, 12th, Palmer, Jordan 13th, Cloudy Cloud 14th, Dale 15th, Ibo 16th, Dave in 17th, and LFC starting from the back of the grid. And yeah, you are right, Ibo. I did see that Ghost Recon's name did come up when he joined. So Ghost Recon will be starting in 19th position. As Sven has left the session. Oh, I hope he can get back into his car. I really hope he can get back into his car. But yep, Ghost Recon has joined the session. And it looks like it's going to be an all-dry race. As Ibo in the chat saying Team May. As Jav just said, May Ryan saying, I'm winning this. Big words. I mean, he smashed it in quality. Is he going to smash it in the race? Time will tell. Qualifying pace doesn't always match up to the race pace. So let's have a look at the choice of tyre compounds outside of the top 10. And we have Palmer on the mediums, Jordan on the mediums, Cloudy Cloud on mediums, Dale and Ibo opting for the softs, Dave and LFC on the mediums, and then Ghost Recon, who was late to the session, on the softs. And we are missing two guys. We are missing the man in 7th place, Smitsky, and we are also missing Sven. So I'm not sure what is going on, as the host has left the session. So the thing is, it is on the formation lap. They might be able to get back in, but their cars are not on the grid, so I'm not sure. Just going to check Discord 2 seconds to find out what is happening. Sven is asking for a new invite. Can anyone send Sven a cheeky little invite? As Sven has joined the session, so we'll see if he can get in. I just sent a message to Smitsky asking what has happened. He did qualify in 7th place. He is the host of this lobby, and well, we do know that when it comes to the host leaving, it can glitch the grid, so hopefully we don't get that situation here right now. But it's going to be interesting as the cars are forming up on the grid. We do have 2 empty spots, so we're going to see if one of them does get filled. No, they're both staying empty. So here we go now. 5 red lights. Unfortunately, Sven and Smitsky unable to get back into the session. Lights out, and we are underway. And it looks like Kieran with a fantastic start there against his teammate. And there goes Jerome also down the inside of Ryan, but Ryan breaks later, holds it well, and Jerome and Alt Maverick side by side. So it looks like a pretty clean turn 1 and 2 as Jerome does sneak ahead of Alt Maverick, but Calvin gets a 5-second corner cutting penalty for gaining a position whilst cutting the corner, and Jerome right in the curve. Oh, we got carnage in the background, and that's Don out. Don's gone, Ibo's gone, Jasper's gone. What has gone on there? LFC looks like he's got away with that cleanly. We have a safety car on lap 1. Dale does have front wing damage. What has gone on here? Safety car lap 1, guys. We just saw that in the background, then absolute carnage coming out of the second chicane. Sven has left the session. Smitsky saying that the game kicked him from the lobby. But with oh, more carnage as Dale goes straight into the back of, I believe that was that Cloud? Is that Cloudy Cloud? I think it was. So Jasper is going to be double stacking. We've got 2 retirements already. 2 people who have lagged out of the lobby. And it's all kicked off. A safety car, lap 1, everything is kicking off. Meanwhile, this man right now in the lead of this race had such a fantastic launch off the line compared to his teammate, although his teammate will be very happy knowing that Jasper was caught up in the instance, because it means that Jasper will have to fight his way through the field, giving Ryan a chance to get some good points over Jasper in the championship. Have a little look down the field, make sure everyone is leaving each other enough room, as Ghost is pretty close to the back as LFC gets a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. You don't want to do that, LFC. You really don't. The track limits on the safety car are vicious, and when I say vicious, I mean they are vicious. There's a discussion going on right now in the Discord, trying to understand what has gone on. As Ghost Recon picks up a 5-second penalty for a collision with Dave. I wasn't actually looking at the screen, and Ibo's DNF'd as well. What's going on with Ibo? Oh no, Ibo's rushing to get back. No, Ibo. It looks like the two who will be annoyed with this race will be the man who qualified 7th, being Smitsky, and the man who was in 11th, and that was Sven. They'll be extremely annoyed with this. Don Steering Wheel will be incredibly annoyed with this, as the safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, as Kieran is backing up the Packers. We've got McCrew in the chat right now. I'm guessing the D2 race didn't go too well for you. As Kieran gets us under the way again. Maybe he's left it very late with the safety car. It's all bunched up, and this is going to be a bit of carnage now into turn 1, as everyone is jostling for position. Is 3 wide, but Alt Maverick backs out. Doesn't want to get involved early, and smart move. Meanwhile, John has dropped down a few places, and meanwhile we have Slayer, Jordan, and LFC and Palmer trading positions. Jasper still in down towards the back of the grid in 12th. Right now it's been a good restart for the Red Bulls, as Ghost with a comment about another driver here, but all I'm gonna say, mate, is save your POV, send it to the stewards. Jordan is all over the back of Cloud, but it looks like up ahead the Red Bulls are gonna have battle into Parabolica. Miriam down the inside. Kieran gonna try and hang it around the outside, but isn't gonna be able to do it. But he will be able to tuck back into the slipstream and have a run down into turn 1. And here we go, he's already pulled out. He is taken to the inside. But it looks like Ryan does have the slightly better straight line speed. And Kieran's not going to send it on his teammate. Now, I'm wondering if this is team orders right here. As Jasper has got past Slayer and his teammate Cloudy Cloud and is up into 8th. Trying to make his way back up the field as soon as possible. Palmer being the highest man right now on the medium compound, sitting pretty in 7th. Meanwhile, we got this big battle for the Maverick. I just saw it then. Maverick. He's reversed and tagged Ryan B. A virtual safety car. Maverick. No. He reversed on track, tagged Ryan B, and Ryan B's out of this race as a VSC. Unbelievable. As McCrew confirming that he's already out of the D2 race, which is also being streamed right now, guys, by QVR Dakar and QVR Verstappen. Also another entertaining stream if you want to go and pop on over. Tell them that Mike sent you. But then make sure you come back here to enjoy the rest of the D4 races. We are green once again, and we are having people drop in like flies. 2 people lagging out the session before the race even started. 4 DNFs, and we're only 6 laps in. As Calvin looking to try and get past Kieran. Now, Kieran, I think, is playing this team game. I think he wants to get Ryan that win. And time will tell, because if he doesn't go for a move into turn 1, then that will confirm that he is being the confirmed number 2 at Red Bull for this race. Yeah, Jasper has got himself up into 5th. The instant with Ryan B and Alt Maverick gifting Jasper another 2 positions, and him getting past Palmer was another... Oh! Contact there, Jordan hitting Slayer. Oh, was it? Yeah, it was Slayer. Jordan and Slayer making contact, guys. It's not bumper cars. Meanwhile, we have this 4-way train at the top end, with Kieran leading away from his teammate Mir Ryan, Calvin in 3rd, John in 4th, and 5 seconds behind them we have the championship leader Jasper. It's pandemonium here in Monza as Ryan B has left the session. Obviously not too happy. I'm going to go on board with Jerome right now. I know Palmer and Cloud are close on track. And looks like Palmer is going to get the move done. They side by side into Parabolica. He's going to try around the outside, does Palmer, but Cloud keeps it. And on board with Jerome just so we can see everything that's going on. Looks like Calvin is doing a bit better for straight line speed. But Kieran holds on to the lead right now. Here goes Ryan down the inside. And that is Red Bull team orders right there. Kieran letting his teammate go, and Calvin's in the wall. Oh, come on, guys. This has turned into Destruction Derby. It's Jasper now promoted up into 4th place. Cloud promoted up into 5th. It's good for them in their constructors battle. But right now the team that is going to be taking the most points is going to be the Red Bulls. And Kieran sticking behind his teammate. Dron is there ready to pounce if any mistakes are made. And I mean, Eloise Stewart's going to be very busy after today's races, as Kieran sticks behind his teammate May Ryan, doesn't go for a move. Calvin gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit, as Don Steering Wheel team has destroyed me. Right, it's been carnage so far. Jordan and Slayer collecting each other. You DNFing, Dale DNFing, Ibo DNFing, Ryan DNFing, Alt Maverick losing it and really reversing on track and collecting Ryan B. We had Calvin losing it momentarily when the Red Bulls were swapping positions. Jasper was down towards the back. He's now up into 4th due to literally everyone having an incident at the moment. As we are all over the back here of Kieran from the viewpoint of Duron, and it looks like he's got it done. In fact, I think Ryan might have just taken Kieran's pit stop, so it looked like Kieran was ready to come into the pits. So Ryan, where's he going to come out to? He should come out ahead of Alt Maverick comfortably. So he's going to come out in 7th place. A lot of clean air ahead of him to push on this outlap. Meanwhile, Dron needs to push like mad on this in-lap in order to make the overcut work. as the gap is 22.9, 23. The gap is growing, and now it's starting to come back down a little bit. But no, the gap's 23 seconds as Jerome with a purple middle sector. And he's already broken DRS for Kieran, so Jerome's showing some great pace, and he could potentially get the overcut here. But he's going for another lap. Kieran's in. And Jasper will be promoted up into second place. There's a double Haas podium as it stands right now, but Kieran leaving the pit lane as we got Mirain coming down the main straight. And he gets past his teammate comfortably. However, with that gap, it is starting to come down now, but it's still kind of hovering around a similar time. I don't know. I think Jerome might be on course here, as Calvin sets a new fastest lap on those hard compound tyres. So a good job there from the man in the Renault. But this is interesting. Is Jerome going to get the overcut to work? He will have slightly fresher tyres towards the end of the race. We'll see as he comes through Parabolica. Is he coming into the pits as Ryan is into the second sector split right now? Into the pits comes Jerome, and Jasper will continue on. What about Cloudy Cloud? Cloudy Cloud continues on as well. So maybe Ryan into Parabolica now, and he should get comfortably ahead. Jerome is leaving the pit lane now, so we're going to see him on the left. It was actually a lot closer, but can Kieran get ahead? Kieran trying it around the outside. He's still there on the inside. They're wheel to wheel, but Jerome gets ahead of Kieran now. This is the battle I want to see. Jerome, Ryan. This is what I want to see. A battle between these two. Now the issue for Jerome is he has to break away from Kieran ASAP. Because right now he does not have DRS on Ryan, so he needs to get away from Kieran, because Kieran is going to play the number 2 role here. As Ryan takes a very adventurous line there on the exit of Ascari, and that has actually compromised him, because now John is in that DRS window, but Kieran is also lurking around there in that DRS window also. And here we go. Kieran, he is much closer to Jerome than what Jerome is to Ryan, and this could be Kieran down the inside, but unable to make it stick. Oh, he might actually have it. Better traction out of the chicane, but Jerome able to just sneak out ahead, and he will have the inside for the next corner in the second chicane, and is the position secured for now for the man in the Mercedes. Meanwhile, towards the, I say the top end, but provisionally this is the battle for 6th, as we got that lovely sounding engine glitch, which, you know, it really does, it's like birds singing. That's what it sounds like. And Jerome all over the back of Ryan, and I don't think Ryan's going to be fighting this too much because he could get DRS out of this, but a little bit of ghosting there between the two of them as Jasper and Palmer are into the pits. Giron is going to have that DRS. The overspeed is going to come in right about now. He's going to move to the inside. They both break at roughly the same point, but Ryan holding it and opening the door for his teammate actually. And here he goes, around the outside goes Kieran, and he does sneak ahead, but Jerome's going to come back at him as they come into the second chicane, and Kieran gets ahead. And now you can see already that Kieran is playing Operation Park the bus. Looks like Jerome is just backing off these guys. He does have a little bit more ERS to play with though. As Kieran down the inside of Ryan, so Kieran trying to get a move on as Cloudy Cloud is into the pits. They get very close to each other there. That is going to be the issue for Kieran and Ryan when they're running this close together. You gotta be wary of the braking zones as they're going to be side by side. But Kieran just lets Ryan go. Oh, has he got a bit of a tank slapper there on the exit of the second chicane, and that has freed Jerome once again to go chasing after Ryan. That is a mistake there from Kieran. And now we also have Palmer and Cloudy Cloud having a bit of a battle, but back up towards the front. Jerome, he is in a Red Bull sandwich. Kieran completely cutting the corner there. I'd be surprised if he didn't get a warning for that. He wants to make sure that he doesn't pick up too many. But he's going to try down the inside of Parabolica. This is just put off Jerome 100%. And Ryan is going to move over to Kieran's side to give him the slipstream. This is Red Bull teamwork, Red Bull team orders. And what is the Mercedes driver going to do about this? It is 2-on-1 right now for the Red Bull. As Jerome hits the curb, gets a little bit out of shape. And guys, I quickly have to run off and do something. 2 seconds, just got to talk to the old girl. I shall be back now in literally 2 seconds, right? 2 seconds. I'll leave you on board with this battle for the race lead. sorry about that, guys. I did take the stream with me, and I did catch Kieran losing the back end out of Ascari and going off into the wall of the DNF, and May Ryan picking up a drive-through penalty. It has all fallen apart for the Red Bull team. And now Jasper's been promoted into second place, so May Ryan should come out ahead of the other Haas of Cloudy Cloud. But it has gone from what looked like a fantastic result for the Red Bulls to an absolute nightmare. And I'm sorry that I wasn't actually here to commentate over it, but I did see what happened. I was watching the stream. That's why I stayed on board with Drone, just to make sure I caught any moves between the top three. And it's heartbreaking for the Red Bulls. It really is. So now May Ryan is 18.2 seconds off of Duron. Meanwhile, Kieran is out of the race. Everyone that finishes now is guaranteed a point. And it's heartbreaking. As we got Evo saying, I think we need a LOE div for summer camp on Thursdays. Mate, I think a summer vacation more than a summer camp. But, you know, I'm down. Just make sure it's not you know, the same kind of camp that Jason Voorhees likes to hang out at. You know, that's a bad camp. As we also got Don Steven Will saying Jasper will win it in the end. He can see it now. I do think Jerome has the pace. He has the pace, I think. I think May Ryan also had the pace as well. I mean, same with Kieran. The three of them all had the pace. It's a shame that Kieran lost the back end. Ryan getting that drive through for speeding under VSC. As Jav saying Ryan is fuming. I bet Ryan is fuming. I bet a Slayer picks up a 3-second time penalty. I bet Ryan is 100% fuming. As Frankie in the chat saying luck for Jasper. Yeah, this is a very a big moment in the championship right now for Jasper. You know, the past couple of races, you know, the likes of Ryan and Jerome have been clawing in those points. Same with Don Steering Wheel. They've been clawing in those points against him, and this will be a big result for him to extend that lead over his nearest championship leader rival. As we got Kieran in the chat, not very happy, and we can understand why. But it looks like Jasper is falling off the back of Jerome. But we do have this battle for 4th place between LFC and Cloudy Cloud. And we also got the battle of the Renaults behind between Palmer and Calvin. So we'll keep an eye on those developments as we keep an eye on this one. It's Cloudy Cloud over the back of LSC. Calvin does, oh, he's got past Palmer, but Palmer has spun in the scurry. Please be careful. Do not do a Vettel. Be careful, rejoining. Be careful. Oh, thank God. I wonder if there was contact between the Renault drivers. I'm not sure, but doesn't look like Cloudy Cloud. It looks like Cloudy Cloud has a DRS failure. He did not have it open. Oh, that could be heartbreaking. And Jasper's just picked up a 3-second time penalty. To my knowledge, he's the first one in the top 3 to pick one up. I can see Kieran is just, he's not happy in the chat right now, but I mean, it's a scary. It's a scary, you're on the pad. I mean, it's not a good corner for you. It just isn't, not on pad. It's a shame because you had the pace today, mate. You really did. And so did Ryan as well. Now, the gaps in the top 3 are pretty constant, though Ryan will be looking to close down the gap to Jasper as quick as possible because he knows about that 3-second time pen. Meanwhile, LFC just extending that gap bit by bit, Cloudy Cloud behind. Though this will be a big result for Haas in the constructors as well. As he makes a mistake, gets a 3-second time penalty there, does Cloudy Cloud. So Haas at the moment will bring home 28 points for this result if it stands like this, and Ryan will be bringing home 15 for Red Bull, so that is a 13-point gain for Haas if it remains as it is. Meanwhile, Giron currently has all 26 points here, as Slayer picks up a 3-second time penalty as well, and now the gaps are starting to get a bit bigger. As Jordan going very wide out the exit of Ascari, and Palmer just swoops straight past. Though Jordan will have the DRS to come right back at him. And Slayer's in the pits. So Slayer not confident that he can take those to the end, though he might just be going for the fastest lap now to take that 1 extra point away from Giron. And Jordan gets back past Palmer there with the help of DRS, and looks like Palmer has made a mistake, gone off somewhere. I think possibly contact with him and Jordan in the exit of the chicane, but the gaps are constant, so we'll go on board with Ryan. We'll give Ryan a bit of screen time. Actually, Ryan's had a good amount of screen time. We'll go on board with Jasper. Jasper hasn't had much in terms of screen time today. So we'll go on board with the Haas until we see a gap that is closing up. And Jerome picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. So there we go. Jerome picking up a 3-second time penalty. Ryan will be fuming. He will be, as I said on the Valleys once upon a time, tamping, fuming, raging. Looks like the battle for P11 is on Slayer on those very fresh soft tyres. He's got a bit of traffic in Ghost Recon to get through if he wants to try and get that fastest lap. Although with the help of DRS, it might help him get that fastest lap actually. Oh, but he goes a little bit wide into the gravel. Oh, Maverick picks up a 3-second time pen as well. Yep, Jasper pit under the safety car. Ghost picks up a 3-second time penalty. Not good for him, but Slayer all over the place right now. Now, if my math is correct, and it usually is, Drone will jump both Kieran and Don Steering Wheel in the championship, and also Ryan B as well. He'll jump straight up into 4th place. The only people ahead of him, Mir Ryan, Jasper and Raj, who is no longer racing this season. So this will be a big result for Giron. And here we go. Slayer down the inside into the Lesmos. Unable to get it done though, as the leaders are on their final lap. So I'll keep an eye, see when they're gonna come towards the line. And here goes Slayer. Gonna look around the outside, but he gets past him before the braking zone of Ascari. And that should be job done now for Slayer, but I don't know if he's going to get his fastest lap. He does with a 22.7, 3 tenths. He manages to pip Jerome's time. And Jerome now on the run now into Parabolica for the final time here tonight. Around Parabolica, he'll come and will pick up all 25 points here. That's a big win for the Mercedes, and Jasper will come across the line in second after what could be called a abysmal start, but the safety car coming back into Jasper's favour. Mir Ryan going to be incredibly disappointed with that 3rd place. And then we got Cloudy Cloud coming in 4th. A big points haul there for Haas over Red Bull. LFC in 5th. Calvin will cross the line in 6th. Will he stay there though? Dave coming to the line. No, Dave pips him for 6th place. As Maverick also pips Calvin and gets 7th place. As we got Jordan now coming to the line to claim 9th. 10th for Palmer. Slayer will get 11th and the fastest lap, and Ghost Recon will pick up the final points paying position. And that was a special one. That's a big result for Jerome, that is, and a heartbreaking result for Mir Ryan. Did absolutely everything right, put it on pole position, led for the majority of the race, but when his teammate crashed out, the VSC, and the game gives him a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC, and that cost Mir Ryan a chance at the win. And considering Giron had picked up the 3-second penalty, I think, you know, Mir Ryan will feel that that's 10 points lost here today. So our race winner is Jerome, with Jasper in second, Mir Ryan joining them on the podium. As we got Cloudy Cloud in 4th place, big points for Haas in the Constructors, LFC in 5th, Dave in 6th, Alt Maverick 7th, Frosty Calvin in 8th, Jordan in 9th, 10th is Palmer, Slayer with the fastest lap, gets P11, so that's a good 3 points there for Slayer, and Ghost Recon gets the final points paying position. Then our DNFs were Kieran, Ryan B, Sir Ibo, Dale and Don Steenwell, and let's not forget the two guys who lagged out the session before the formation lap, being Sven and Smitsky. And I'm just going to say it right now, Jav did call it. He did call Jerome for the win. So, you know, credit where it's due, Jav. Credit where it's due. But that has been round number 13 here for Liga Europe with the lads of Division 4. And there's going to be a lot of discussion in Discord tonight, I can guarantee it. But, you know, we'll just let stewards do what they gotta do, and we'll catch you next week for the Singapore Grand Prix. Who will be the master of Singapore? Under the night lights, under the bright lights, on the street circuit of Singapore. Until then, guys, we shall catch you again.